time. Okay, so here's my side camera, and I even have a new setup. Hopefully this is going to work. Yes. Okay, so I have this new setup here, and this should give me a better, long view of the knolling and what have you. And this is the set. Here, let me try it this way. Oh, no, no, no. And Brick Jedi's here. Can you hear me, Brick Jedi? Let's make sure you can hear me. Hello, ahoy hoy, good to see you. Yay, audio. Okay, good. And Spot the Magic Ninja's here. Yay. Okay, so it looks like I can't rotate this very well, but this is the set we're working on, this Ninjago. In fact, I know what I can do. I can raise this camera up just a little bit. There we go. So this is the Ninjago Lloyd's Mech Battle EVO. So this is what we're going to work on. It was $18.59. I got it from Target. It's, I believe, $19.99 from the Lego store. And great. I'm glad everybody can hear me. Thank you. Slash me as finally a victim of the vid. Oh, yeah, you got it too? Okay, see? So for some of you who do not know, I was supposed to be at Brick Rodeo last week, and on Monday I started getting the sniffles. So I took a COVID test, and it was positive. So I did not get on the plane. I was supposed to be at Brick Rodeo, and unfortunately I did not make it. And in the meantime, I've been recuperating this last week, which is why you haven't seen me post very much. And I'm trying out some new things with this new camera setup. So hopefully this will be a little bit better than in the past. And yeah, we're trying something new. I still have a wobbly table though, so I'm going to take this off the table so that things don't start wobbling all over the place. But yeah, I was so bummed. But you know, it was great. I hope he gets to join the chat in a little bit. But Zach Martinez, I really was looking forward to meeting Zach and Glenn. So I wonder, Glenn, did you catch COVID from Brick Rodeo? Because you said slash me finally a victim of the vid. Yeah, post rodeo, I was the first one to report. Turns out a fair number of us have acquired it. Oh, well, you can't blame it on me because I stayed home. So I'm so sorry. I don't know if you lost your sense of smell. I did lose my sense of smell, which in a way is kind of an advantage. The way I tested it is I have this jar of kimchi that I have in the refrigerator. So I would open the jar of kimchi, and if I could smell it, I said, okay, that means that my sense of smell is good. But there were about 5 days that I couldn't smell anything. Okay, so this is part of the reason why I got this set, is I wanted to show you these. These are, look at these bones. This is a whole bag of bones that are in this set. And there was one particular piece that I really wanted to look at, and I'm really glad they put this in a separate bag. But I was thinking, you know, for pirate builds and such, but check this out. It's like a, I don't know, like a ninja star made out of bones. I don't think I've seen that in another set. So when I saw this on the cover, this was part of the reason why I picked this set. You can't for sure blame the rodeo, but with so many others reporting positive as well, it's probably where I got it. Okay. But like I said, you didn't get it from me. I stayed home. So see, if I showed up knowing that I was positive, I would have been, you know, read the riot act, right? I'm sure people would be like saying, you know, why did you come to give it to all of us? So you can't blame me for that. All right. So what's kind of cool about this is, for those of you who have watched me for a long time, my side camera is actually my Canon, my DSLR, and I have the ability to focus it on my own with the manual focus. So I think this is kind of cool. And I don't have that bar in front of my face. So we're trying something new here. That's an awesome looking bit, but doesn't look like it has a lot of attachment points. No, you're right. You're right. So going back to this piece here, and let me see if I can get the focus here. Yeah, it might have the center. I think a rod will fit in the center of it. But we'll see when we start building this mech. We'll see how this is going to be. And I think you could put a top clip on some of these. So, but anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool piece. The only two people I remember for sure wearing masks were Alice Finch and Remy. Oh, Remy is really good about that. And in fact, one of the things that he would be really upset about is that he'd go to one of these conventions and all the Lego masters were not wearing masks. And he's like, you have this platform where you can really do a lot of good, but only I think one person was wearing a mask. And that was a while ago. Okay, so there are 3 bags. So you can see 1, 2, and 3. And we have 2 mechs that we're building. And the other reason why I really liked the look of this mech is that there's also a lot of gold pieces on this one. So you can see with that, we have a lot of gold pieces on this one. And then this is the one with all the bone pieces. You can see that he's got like this bone axe that he's carrying and the bone parts on the front and on the feet. So I was looking at this going, I haven't done a Ninjago set in a while, and I just thought it was kind of cool looking. Bone stars ready. Yeah, maybe clips. Yeah, I agree. Definitely maybe clips will hang on the 3 sides. We'll see. We'll see how they're going to attach these. But you have this bag of bones. So you can see, I know I've got a white tray this time, so you can't see it too well. But some pretty cool parts like this this little spear thing. That's the bone. Here's that, like an adze, I guess. Is that the right term? There's 2 of them. So you got these adze, and like I said, these ninja star bones. There's actually quite a few. There's 3 here, 4. It looks like you get 4 of them in this. And then another one that I saw on the cover were this one, which kind of look like antler horns. But so you get 2 of those, and then you have like these bone daggers too. So I just thought the weapons were kind of cool. You did not lose taste or smell. Oh, okay. I lost smell, but I didn't lose taste. So, bag of bones, just like myself, right? Yeah, kind of like, all of us. As far as all of you getting COVID, well, like I said, I stayed home. So I and here's this ongoing joke that I have with Zach, is that I sent a message to Remy and Glenn and Zach. I said, hey, I'm going to get ready to cancel my hotel room. So can any of you use it? And Zach said, yeah, he was just trying to figure out where he was going to stay. So I said, okay, I'll put you on as a second person on my hotel reservation. That way I won't cancel it, and then you'll still have, the rate. So our joke is we virtually shared a room together. So we still have never met, but we shared a room at Brick Rodeo. So anyway, little joke there. So this is cool. This is the green and gold mech that we're going to be doing. And I'm not even looking at the instructions, but that we're going to build the minifig. There might be a cape in there, but let me just start with this. Here's this really cool character. So you can see, let me focus here. And there's some really cool printing on this, and it's got green gloves, which is kind of cool. And you can see them on the back. That's the headpiece. Let me take that off a little bit. Oh, it's a double-sided head, so that's nice. And some pretty cool printing there. That's the other thing, that Ninjago sets have some pretty cool printing on some of the things that they have. So anyway, that's odd since smell and taste are so closely intertwined. Yeah, I thought it was weird too, but I was actually grateful that I was able to taste, because especially I love spicy food, and I was worried that when I lost my sense of smell that everything would be bland, but no, it was fine. Okay, so anyway, so we have that. Oops, let me focus in on the rest of the pieces. So we have, these are kind of cool. We have, oops, these, which I think are going to be used for the legs or the shoulders. We have quite a few of them in green. Yeah, we got four of those in green, so that's nice. Yeah, so many of you know I was supposed to go to Brick Rodeo, and I had planned not to stream because I was going to be there. So actually, it was kind of nice that I I had the week off, because I wiped my calendar clean. I said, okay, I'm not going to do any streams because I'm going to be at Brick Rodeo. I'm going to be in another time zone, and I just don't want to have to deal with it. But yeah, so it was awfully nice of you. As far as what, staying away? Yeah, I guess that was nice of me. Okay, I wanted to see if this was a printed piece. It's not, but I haven't seen any stickers yet. I was looking for, on the cover, there it is. Okay, I got to show you this. I was wondering if this was going to be a sticker or it's a printed piece, but here's another thing that's cool about Ninjago sets, is that we've got this printed shield, which has this really cool pattern to it. It's got this, the shiny gold and the dark green. So I love the color palette. That's really cool. That's dope. In fact, that's the other thing, is I was going to have It's Dope Yo 1x8 bricks. But another thing that was kind of fortuitous is that Dan wasn't able to print them out in time for Brick Rodeo. So I was, I wasn't there anyway, but I did send out a couple of my sig figs. So Zach was really great because he set up a couple of my mocks. He gave my sig figs to certain people there. So there we go. Oh, letting Zach have your room. Yeah, well, I figure, I've done meeting planning before. And what's really kind of sad is that usually the last couple of days before a convention, inevitably, there's some people who have to drop. But what happens is that when you release the room, it's gone. That rate is gone. So anybody else who might want to use it is not able. They're pretty much SOL, right? They just, it's like you snooze, you lose. So what I always try to do, if I know I have to cancel a room, is I reach out to some people and just say, hey, I reached out to the coordinators first, and I said, I'm not going to be able to use this room. So do you know of anybody who might, need it? So going back to the shields, by the way. So you get 2 of these printed shields and 2 of the dark green that are plain. So that's pretty cool. That's dope. Yeah. Yeah, when I worked for the Southeast Association of Rail Shippers, I planned meetings for them twice a year. And there was always people who said they couldn't make it last minute. So what I would always do is I would tell them, don't cancel your room yet, because I might be able to find somebody who could use your room. And that was always great, because then it's very easy to do. You just tell the hotel, the master list, hey, this room is now going to be occupied by this other person. And then that way, because it's also to our advantage, because we want to make sure we meet our numbers. Because if you go to one of these conventions and you sign a contract, and some of these contracts that I had signed were like for $50,000. So you're kind of on the hook for food and beverage and rooms. And if you don't, meet those minimums, then what happens is that, you end up having to pay the difference. So yeah, getting those rooms filled is definitely to your advantage. Here's some other cool pieces, by the way. If you like gold pieces, this isn't quite as good as the Thanos mech for gold pieces, but you have some nice, gold curves and slopes here. And then, of course, you have the mech, the face, or the breastplate for the front of the mech, too. Wow, so a lot of people came down with COVID. I heard that happened last year at Brick World? Didn't Liz come down with COVID at Brick World last year? I've learned these things about finances over the years following Fiesta and rodeo. Who doesn't love gold? Right, right, exactly. So I'm just okay. So just to kind of give you a sense of what we're going to be working on. So the bag one is going to be the green mech, and then bag two is going to be the bone black and red mech, and then oh actually the green. I guess you add more gold to it because this is the base, and then I guess you're adding more bling to it. So bag three, when we get to it, is going to have a lot more gold. So yeah, so if you're looking for a set with gold pieces, and you get lots of mixel joints because you can kind of see them here. I've got the mixels here. And the other thing that I'm trying this time is this new setup is a new window layout that I'm able to do at StreamYard. So I was able to do that before when I was streaming on Twitch, but now it looks like StreamYard has added this. So yeah. Okay, I guess I shouldn't have put that those instructions away. It's time to build. But yeah, I was having a conversation with Alexander 23, and he said, "I'm really glad you're still streaming." I said, "Yeah, I just took a break because I was supposed to be gone." Look at that. That's kind of cool. I don't think I've seen like a cartoon in a set of instructions before like this. So there's the, I guess from the comic or from the cartoon. I don't follow the Ninjago cartoon, so I'm not sure the reference, but I just thought that's different. Because usually the manuals, they just go through the instructions. They don't really give you the other portions of it. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, so let me know what you think about this format because, like I said, I've been annoyed with having that bar in front of my face, and then I've been doing the top down. But this side view isn't too bad. I think I could roll with this. But uh-oh, what am I looking for? Okay, 1x2s. I was gonna say I don't have a 1x4 in here. All right, two 1x2s. That'll work. So so I just have to learn how to build a little differently because I have to build to the side camera instead of building to the down camera. So yeah, but well, I hope you feel better, Glenn. I know, like I said, it took me about a week before my smell started coming back, and it was funny because I go up to Seattle like twice a month, and I was talking to one of the board members, and she says, "Are you coming up this week?" I go, "Oh no." I said, "I'm still sick." I said, "You don't want me to come up there." I said, she said, "I thought you'd be over it by now." I said, no. I was reading that it takes about 10 days, and that, so I've been doing the whole, and I've been doing this anyway, is I've been like ordering from Target. Like I ordered this from Target and did the pickup, so I didn't have to go into the store. And I wore my mask in the car as well as talking to the people who were dropping things off for me. But yeah, I think whenever regardless of what you feel about COVID, I do love the fact that we have these services that we didn't have before. The other thing I've been toying with is DoorDash, that, ordering food with DoorDash, because, they come to you and you would tip somebody anyway, right, to bring something to your door. So that might be something else that I may do more of. I haven't done that yet, but just something to think about. So you can see that we're using a lot of mixel joints here for the, I think this is going to be like the main body, because I think, I'm trying to think where this is going to clip to, but we'll see. We'll see. It's going to come together. Oh, Robbie's here. Oh my God, minifigure collector. Hey, how are you, Robbie? Oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you in ages. I hope you're doing well. you had a tiny fever, a tiny fever, plus headache, sore throat, stuffy nose. It never made me bedridden. Maybe thanks to up-to-date vaccines. Yeah, I think for me, I had similar issues. My fever got to the highest was like 99.7. I think it wasn't that bad. And then the hardest part, I think, was the headache, because it was this headache that was like right up here and like a sinus headache at the same time, because I had like this tingling in my upper sinuses. And that's also when I lost my sense of smell, too. DoorDash sponsorship. Oh, yeah, maybe I should get a DoorDash sponsorship. Okay, actually, I was just thinking about this. I was approached by a vendor that sells sunglasses. They sent me a note saying, we want you to be a sponsor, or we want to sponsor you, and we're going to send you some sunglasses. And I thought about it, and originally I said, I don't think that's probably a good fit, but, that might be kind of cool. I'll have to see what the details are. Haven't done a sponsorship, and I've been leery about doing a sponsorship that's not really Lego related, but sunglasses could be kind of cool. I don't have any sunglasses. I used to, but I keep losing them. So maybe this is a sign. You'll have to let me know what you think, because then I probably should respond to them sometime. But anyway, so you can see we're building this up here. And then we have the other gold pieces that are in here, which are really nice, are these 1x2 with clip, because that I think this is what the chest plate is going to attach to. All right. Oh, that's why they did that. Okay. I was wondering what was going to attach here, and this is for another tile, so another finishing piece. So we have this more of a finished look. You've been looking forward to Disney 100 minifigures? Ah, looking. They're out there. I just completed my set. The only thing I was missing was the Pocahontas. 3, Timbuktu 4, or Timbuk 4. The future is so bright, you gotta wear shades. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that is that ZZ Top? Is that a ZZ Top line? I actually saw ZZ Top, the Afterburner tour, when way back. 3, Timbuk 3. The future's so bright. Well, I missed you guys. You guys make me laugh, so thank you so much. Like I said, even though I've been under the weather, it's still been fun. Just, Lego is a really good stress reliever. We all know that. Okay, let's see. All right, I think I put this on backwards. Yeah, I was supposed to put this on like this. So let's do that the right way, because this gold piece is supposed to go like that. Okay, as I predicted, chest plate. That's where those 1x2 with clip is going to come in handy. So yeah, there we go. Have a song to refresh your memory later. Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look. Nice, Glenn. Well, like I said, it's really great to have you all back. Great to be streaming again. I was talking to, like I said earlier, Alexander 23, that he was really glad I'm still streaming, because there have been several people who have stopped, and he was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't watch their streams anymore. I said, well, you can always watch reruns. That's always a possibility. Okay, so now we're going to be working on, it looks like, one of the appendages. These, like I said, these pieces, you get 4 of them in here. You're only missing the the Mickey, Cruella, Meagle, and the Evil Queen. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. I'm pretty sure if you go onto Bricklink, you can find those. Either Bricklink or go onto like a bricks and minifig store near you. Yeah, I'm sure you can find it. So here we go. I actually like this camera angle. I think this is working out pretty well. So I've got, and this time I've got it kind of pointing down. Last time it was more of a side view, so I think it's also better that way. And I'm using my left hand so that my right hand isn't right in the frame for checking the chat. You waited so long for Pocahontas. Now we've got to. Well, the Pocahontas one is a beautiful one for the hair. That hair piece is pretty freaking amazing. So if you haven't gotten it yet, I think you'll enjoy it. So this is nice. You have one of those shield pieces. It's like a little detail here. And okay, let's see. All right, so this, I guess, oops, no, wait, wrong one. There we go. So you can see, since this is the chest plate, you've got this 1, 2, and 3, 4 ball joints, which are going to be part of the mech. So they wanted this one here, which kind of surprised me, but I guess it's going to come down like that, is my guess. Right now they told me to attach it like that. So anyway, Ninjago. I need to do more research on Ninjago. These sets are pretty cool. I think one of my favorite Ninjago sets that I built was that that ship, Destiny's. What is the name of that ship? It was a pretty cool, like a cyberpunk kind of ship, because it had blasters on the back. Destiny's Bounty, I think. Yeah, it was a pretty cool ship. Yeah, so this is just the mirror image of what we just built. And I'm guessing the shield is going to go here, right? Let me double check. Okay. Yeah. Hold up. Did I? Okay. There we go. Shield goes like that. So this is what it's going to look like. It looks kind of bizarre that way, but now it says to rotate it. So I think now it's going to go this way, as I had predicted earlier. So it's looking more leg-like. The 4+ Disney train is overpriced. Yeah. How many parts is this? Good question. Let's see, where did I put the box? Where did I put the box? Should be right here. There it is. I think it's like 226, if I remember right. 223. So it's another thing about Ninjago is it's a good price per piece. And like I said, I was attracted to this mostly because of the printed pieces and the fact it has gold in it and all those bone pieces. You missed that earlier, Robbie, is that you've got all this whole bag of bones, and here's some of the cool pieces that are in here. It has that sweet pirate flag. Oh, is there a pirate flag in here? Ooh, I'll have to check. Price per piece is too squishy of a measure for me. Yeah, I get that. I think part of it too is minifigs, because Disney, even though it sometimes can be overpriced, the minifigs are pretty cool. In fact, we did one that was actually pretty reasonable. It was a Thrifty Thursday. The Mickey's plane, and it's got the Mickey with a like the leather pilot helmet. It's actually a pretty cool minifig, and I think it only comes in that particular set. Yeah, I remember doing that plane, and I think that was like $10. The flag is on the Disney train. Oh, okay. Okay, you were talking about what Robbie was mentioning earlier. Okay, no worries. All good. We got a couple of little cheese slopes that we're adding to this. And I know that it's a little dark here, but hopefully you can still see that. This is a combination of that dark green and the regular green. And some more gold. Got another gold piece going on here. All right, so now we have this ball joint, which is going to attach to something. What is it going to attach to? Oh, another step. Okay, I guess this is trans orange. It looks like trans yellow to me, but I think it's supposed to be trans orange. So, because we do have some trans orange 1x2s. So this is kind of cool, is that we have these inverse 2x2 slopes, and this is going to attach to the bottom here, like that. Okay, so now they said I need to make 2 of these. Also, you don't like a set price, Bricklink parts you want later. Yeah, I think, it goes back to just like the gift with purchases is also another issue, because you probably know that the Disney 100 gift with purchase ran out like in days, if not hours online, but days in the stores. And it's supposed to last until the 9th, and it sold out in only a couple of days. That was pretty sad. And then all of those get marked up on the secondary market. I saw somebody trying to sell that for, I think, $120. It's like, I'm a Disney fan, but I'm not that much of a Disney fan. There comes a time when you have to just say, you got to be strategic in your choices. And that's part of the reason, too, why I like Thrifty Thursday, because, you get enjoyment from building these sets, but more importantly, you get some really cool parts in the end. And that's also a key part of the enjoyment, is just being able to repurpose these later. Okay, so we made a second one of these, and now we've got two of these pieces. Now, where are these going to go? I think these... Oh, these are, I think, the feet. I guess these are the feet. Okay. So if you can take a look at this front part, is like the shoe, or the top of the shoe. That's what you kick butt with. So it's kind of cool. I haven't really considered myself a mech person, but I mean, these are pretty cool. These are pretty cool little sets. So, and that's a pretty stable base too for your mech. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Gifts with purchases are never supposed to last, and any given time spans always while supplies last. Well, that's true. That's true, but I don't know. It's kind of sad, especially for people who are not close to a Lego store. If you're close to a Lego store, you can kind of camp in front of the Lego store and try to be one of the first in line and do all that. But in the end, yeah, it's kind of like the haves and the have-nots. Because the other thing is that they do all of these incentives back to back, because that was like right after A-Fold Day. So I pretty much, put a huge investment in A-Fold Day with the Daily Bugle, and you know, having to drop another $100 a week later for some Disney stuff. It just wasn't going to happen because I already spent it on Marvel. So that's already giving more money to Disney. So, all right. So I got to make 2 of these. But this is cool because that shield piece I was talking about, that's on the shoulder. It's like a shoulder pad almost. Okay. So I'm sorry to hear so many people got sick at Brick Rodeo. Man, like I said, you didn't get it from me though. So I guess what people, that's good though that people have been reporting, self-reporting. I mean, if you're gonna share in it, at least you can all say, "Oh, we got it together at the same time." Okay, so this is I remember I pointed out this on the torso earlier. So, and like I said, kind of like a shoulder pad. That was it an epaulette, I guess. I guess it is an epaulette. Here, I'm gonna focus in on that. That is a cool design, and it's printed. It's a printed shield. That would be kind of a cool thing to get in bulk to put into some sort of mock. And okay, now did I do this in reverse? I think I may have done this the wrong way. I think I was supposed to, yeah, I need to flip this. Oops, hold up. I did a boo-boo here. Yep. All right, that's easy to fix. There we go. All right. So once again, nice, cool little printed green tile with the shield piece. Yeah, I'm really digging this. Really digging this set. All right, so we got those in. What's next? Oh, okay, I guess we have some more hand pieces. And this one, we have to make 2 of these too. So we will do this. And sorry if this is a little blurry. It's hard to tell the focal point for when I'm doing this. The depth of field changes. But we got some gold ingots too. This is nice. So like I said, just for the pieces alone, it's a good set. Okay, so these, oops, I got some dog hair in here. It's okay. Que sera, you could be a part of my sets. All right, so another one here. So we're kind of just expanding more articulation for this. Oh, okay, we get some massive sword here. So here's this big sword that's going to attach. This is actually a really cool piece. I don't know what the name of this piece is, but it's this. Let's see if I hold it this way. Let's see if we can focus in on that. It looks kind of like a fish. Yeah, it looks like a fish or a dragon head. I'm not sure exactly what, but that's a really cool piece. So they are attaching this Apollo stud, one with a hole in it. It's called a dragon head. Oh, okay. Thank you. And so this mech will have this massive sword. So that's actually really cool. So look at that. It's pretty nice. Like I said, not bad for $18.59 Target. All right, I think they have one more sword thing to put in the other hand. So we have a couple of these. So it looks like they want this in the other hand. They have it facing kind of behind like that. So I guess it's like, that's pretty fierce. Pretty fierce looking thing. And then this dude, Lloyd, can go in here. And it's interesting because it has these two, a 1x2 there, and I guess the back legs attach like that. So it's a standing mech, and those little studs attached to the legs. Yeah. So far, really enjoying this. And we have a couple extra pieces. We have the hollow stud and a cheese slope, and we have, I guess, an extra sword. And then, like I said, we haven't touched the bone pieces yet. I think that's for bag number 2. Okay, so that actually looks pretty awesome. And like I said, I'm playing around with this setup, but I do like this setup. And I like the new window arrangement too, because I could play around with, this is what I would normally do, something like that. But I think having the bigger screen for the actual build, I think looks better. Okay, bag number 2. And this one is going to be the red and black and the bone pieces. So I'm going to set this one aside up here. So we'll see how these bone pieces connect. As Bricklink calls it, minifigure weapon sword hilt with dragon head. Okay. Yeah, I like those. So if you are a Niner fan, as I am, you know that black, red, gold, and white are our colors. So maybe that's what I need to do, is I need to make a 49ers mech. This has that little black skull thing. So that is going to be part of the, I don't know what EVO is. Is EVO the name of this skeleton figure? I'm not sure. Okay, so we have this torso, and it looks like we also have a special shoulder pad or something for the minifig. Yeah, there it is. Now this is interesting. Okay. And where's that head? I'm saying it's interesting because I think the hands are glow in the dark. This might be a glow in the dark figure. I don't have a black light, but it wouldn't surprise me. Right now I'm looking for the hair. There should be a hair piece in here somewhere. There it is. Which is kind of weird to have a hair piece for a skull. But, all right, maybe, does it fit there? Oh, I guess it does. Okay, I think this is similar. All right, so this little piece is like a ring piece that fits on top. And I think they had some of these in the Black Panther mech sets too. I seem to remember. But the reason why I think this might be glow in the dark is the hands. Because these hands have this, they're not yellow and they're not green. They're like that lime. It's a weird color. I think it's glow in the dark. It's hard to tell. I don't know if I probably should get a black light or something. But anyway, that is a pretty cool minifigure. You can see also really nice printing on the torso and the legs, and also on the back. Catwoman had them too. Yes, a red one for Daredevil. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think, why would a skull need horns? It does look pretty cool though. But I think, like I said, it would be interesting if you put this on a black light. The face might glow and the hands might glow. But really cool details. Okay, so now this character apparently holds these bone pieces. So supposedly, aha. Oh, look at that. So you can, they're like bone ninja stars. This is what I was mentioning earlier at the top of the stream when I was opening this up. I just said those pieces look so cool. So there we go. So you can see he's ready. That's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. So yeah. So at least we know one way that that attaches. Okay. I'm not going to do too much knolling, but I wanted to point out that those same green pieces we had in the other mech, you get 4 of these red ones for this one. So the red. And the other kind of cool thing in this is this dish. It looks like, I don't know, a 6x6 dish maybe. And it's, you know, it's going to go on top of the mech later. All right. So one thing about Brick Rodeo I forgot to mention is that I wasn't there, but my mocks, a few of my mocks were there. And I was really excited because apparently my Rorschach prints were very popular. And Remy mentioned this on his stream the other day, that apparently my Rorschach prints got moved a couple times because they weren't sure where to put them, or they needed space. So they moved my Rorschach prints, but it ended up with Remy's in the end, which I thought was kind of cool. And so even though I wasn't there, my mocks were there. And I got a really nice note from Jordan Paxton from Lego, who said he really, really enjoyed my Rorschach prints. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do all 10. I think I've gotten such really good feedback that I think what I'd like to do is put them in those 16 by 16, what are they called? The world map has them, those really thick plates. I think I need to get a bunch of those and recreate them using that. So I'm going to have to do some investment in time and also putting together some some new models for the others. The others, some of them have color. I chose those two because they were black and white, but there are some other ones with color in them. So here's this little frame we're putting together. Rorschach were yours. I saw them, but didn't see who made them. Nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, those were mine. I only made 2 out of the 10. But yeah, apparently they were, I brought them for the first time to Bricks Cascade. And a couple people reposted them on their Instagram feeds. And then I said, yeah, I'm going to bring that to Brick Rodeo because they're not too difficult to transport. And thankfully, I wrapped my items really well that it sounded like Zach had no problem setting things up, which is good. Yeah, I've heard horror stories from a lot of people about how their mocks were just in shambles when they received them. I've been pretty lucky. I've shipped a couple of my mocks in the past, and so far, I guess I just have been wrapping them really well. Yeah, I sent my Spice Pirate ship. When I used to live in the Bay Area, I shipped it up to Seattle for BrickCon, and it made the trip pretty well. Okay, so it looks like we are... Now, this is nice. We have white ingots here. So now I just need like a 49ers print. Make this a 49ers mech. Which, by the way, just to give you a heads up, my schedule will probably change in September when 49ers season starts. Or I shouldn't say 49ers season, NFL. The NFL season starts. Okay, now this is an interesting piece. So it's a 1x2 Technic hole, so brick, but it has a ledge to it on the other side. So This one I have not seen, and looks like it's going to attach right here. Oh my gosh, Vicarious Brickstress! I seriously was just thinking about you today. How weird. So good to see you. Aloha. Brickstress. Yes, how are you? Good to see you here. And the reason why I was thinking about you is that I was going through some of my bricks, and I came across the is it the 2x2 with the rounded, like the keyhole piece? And I was thinking, gosh, you know what? I should try to reboot the Brick Scouts. I said that was such a great idea, and I just, part of it is I didn't put enough energy behind it, and I said, I could refocus that, and I said I need to reach out to you and to Lena and to Eric, because you were the kind of the top three who were involved with that. But yeah, especially with the holidays coming up, I just think it would be kind of cool to do something very focused on, helping the community out and doing some fun things that Brick Scouts would do. So these are little wrenches that are here. So good to see you too. Aw, thanks. You missed earlier that I got COVID last week, and then apparently I couldn't go to Brick Rodeo, but apparently a lot of people at Brick Rodeo got it. You're taking a break from cleaning up leftovers of cats hunting. Yuck. Ew. Ew. That's their sign of affection, which is like a dead mouse on your porch. Yeah. Brick Scouts would be fun again. Okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you, because you were really great at posting your photos and coming up with some great ideas. And I think I've done, and I remember when I was doing them, I always felt great afterwards. So I think that I probably need to do a focused initiative for the holidays. So I'm glad, and I'm sorry to hear about your cat. Excuse me. I have some water close by. Yeah, I've been under the weather this last week. I had intentionally taken last week off for streaming because I was supposed to be at Brick Rodeo. But as fate would have it, I got COVID, and I wasn't able to go. And it was just eating me up because I missed also Brick Can this year because of a different head cold. And I was just like, this is getting really annoying. I'm getting very annoyed with having to miss out on conventions. But Zach was really great because he set up my mocks for me because I couldn't be there. So I shipped them to him, to his attention. And he was great. He set them up for me, and they apparently were very well received. So even though I wasn't there, my mocks were there. All right, let's see. All right, I'm trying to figure out, I guess I was expecting, like, I guess I don't see it here. Remember, like that breastplate that we had earlier? Maybe this one doesn't have it. So I was looking for this piece. I was looking for this because there are two clips, but I don't see a breastplate here unless we're going to build one maybe from these pieces later. I might be allergic to conventions. Glenland! I've just now stopped wearing a mask at work, and wouldn't you know, I got a runny schnoz. Yeah. See, that's the other thing is that they released the restrictions on masks on May 11th. So I've been, walking around, especially when I'm outdoors. And I think I may have caught it when I went to a farmer's market on Thursday of last week. or the week before. I think that's when I might have gotten it because I was up in Seattle on Wednesday and I had mentioned to my boss, I said, hey, I hate to tell you the news, but I got COVID. And then he said, oh, you were here on, that Wednesday. And so people tested themselves. They're all negative. So I said, yeah, I may have caught it on the way back. And wouldn't you know it, I've got COVID. Thankfully, I do most of my work from home, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so this is going to go here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did not wear a mask. Totally regretting that, but who knows if it would have prevented. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You just don't know. And I guess, did you feel bad at the convention or did you get it when you got back? Because the other thing for me, I noticed, I noticed my first symptoms on Saturday. That's when I had a sore throat, but the sore throat only lasted a day. And then I got the runny nose on Sunday and Monday. And that's when I tested myself. And that's when I found out I had COVID. So I was just like, darn it. But I definitely did the right thing because I would have been miserable. And then who knows who I would have given it to. And it was definitely contagious. So I've been just home hunkering down and, even staying away from my neighbors, just like the other day, my neighbor was getting out of their car and I said, I just started walking towards the post office boxes in my neighborhood because, I didn't want to be rude because, if they see you, then it's like they want to chat. And it's just like, yeah, it's probably not a good time to chat. Anyway, so here's the legs for this one. You felt fine until the day after I got back. Oh, bummer. It would be incendiary to ask if you are most up-to-date booster, Naomi. Well, I've had this discussion before that I don't like the mRNA vaccines. So what I did is I got the J&J vaccine the first time, and then I got Novavax the second time. The Novavax is more of a traditional vaccine. So I have had 2 shots. So I think my symptoms were pretty mild and likely because of it. But I've also been told that the Omicron version, which seems to be the prevalent one right now, that one is much milder, but also more contagious. So even if you've had your vaccines, you're likely going to get it. So I kind of felt it was a matter of time, honestly, because everybody in my family, everybody has gotten it, except for me. But I was also so fastidious about wearing my mask everywhere, and they would mock me for it. But I figure, you know what? I dodged this thing for over 3 years. So it's like I waited for the mild version to come around. So I don't, I did. There was one point where my oxygen level got down to 94%. So it wasn't too bad compared to my brother when he got it. He was down to 88%, and I took him to the hospital, and he was in there for 4 days. So I think even though they relaxed the mandates, they probably realized that the newest version that we all have is pretty mild. I have never felt like I had to go to the hospital. I wasn't out of breath that much that I felt like I would, pass out or anything. And I have an oximeter at home that I've been using as well. You have all your shots too, Glenn? That's awesome. Yeah, you were waiting for Novavax. Yeah, as soon as Novavax came out, I got it too. That's a positive. Catching it when it's milder. Yeah, exactly. Catching it when it's milder. And they also know more about it. the other thing that was interesting about my brother's case is that my brother waited too long. Apparently, my nephew, they had him in the hospital before my brother, and my brother refused to check himself in. So my nephew got some sort of, can't remember if it was antibodies or something. And then when my brother came back, they said, yeah, you're too far gone, so you're on oxygen therapy. So my brother essentially had oxygen therapy for 4 days, and that was enough for him and his body to recover enough. But and he said, well, can't you just give me what you gave my son? And they said, no, you're too far gone. It's like, that's another thing, is that, you know, and I'm really grateful that if I was to get this, I got it 3 years later, because I know 2 of my friends, or people who I knew in high school. One of them I knew in high school, the other one I knew through Toastmasters. Both of them died from COVID. So this is not something to be taken lightly. It was definitely serious, and that was pre-vaccine time. Okay, so anyway, this is kind of cool, is that similar to the other one, it's got these chunky feet, and then it's using these teeth as like the toes for this. So going back to, you know, just being grateful that, yeah, I got COVID. It sucks, but, you know, I'm not at a point where I feel like I have to go to the hospital, which I'm very, very grateful for. And hopefully, Glenn, you don't feel that way either, that you're able to overcome this, you know, at home. Because the other thing I found out, I did some research on this. Uh-oh, my battery's running low. Hold up, I forgot to plug in my laptop. All right, I need to do this. I will be right back. I'm gonna, here, let me give you my full screen of this, and I'll be right back. Yes, I know my battery's running low. I'm on it. I had so many things to rework for today's stream, so I missed out on a couple things, and thankfully it gave me the warning. Okay. All right, we're back. So, okay, I'm back. And as I mentioned, just having the, it's in charging mode, thank you. Having the milder version is a blessing. So I feel just grateful that even though, you know, I dodged this for as long as I did, and it finally caught up with me, at least I don't have to go to the hospital, not like other people. And, you know, there were stories about people who made it to the hospital, and then they asked if they could get the vaccine, and they said, no, it's too late. You're too far gone. And remember those old stories where people were on like ventilators and things? Yeah, that was before we knew about what was happening. So I'm, like I said, I'm grateful that, yeah, it sucks, but hey, I had been vaccinated twice, and I'm able to, you know, pretty much, you know, recover at home. All right, so this is cool. So it's got one of those slope pieces with the little turn up, and that's being used as the shoulder pad here for the bone one. Chunky feet with teeth. Yes, exactly. Even the worst I felt from vid, I still went grocery shopping before I knew what it was. Oh no, you've been well, I guess you had no idea, so you were like, Yeah, I'm feeling fine. I'm just gonna go grocery shopping. Yeah, that's the thing is that even, I'm thinking about I would go grocery shopping not when I had it, but just thinking other people may have felt the same way, is that, hey, I don't feel bad. And then they find out later, oh, I got COVID. Now, this is interesting. The other one was black. This one is red. So it's not symmetrical. I don't know if I can manage that. Something not symmetrical. Cats. Okay. Uh-oh. The lizard frog baby bird rat killer's back. Can you believe asking for food? Cats. Yes. Not feeling fine, but not bad enough to keep me from my self-appointed duties. Right. Well, and that's the thing. You can't really, if you don't know, you don't know. And that was why if I had chosen not to test myself before going to Houston, because I didn't feel that bad at the time. And if I had tested myself either at Houston or after Houston, then I would have known then. So in a way, it was a blessing that I learned about it before I got on that plane, because the plane, being in close quarters with all those people, that could also be a time where they would have been infected by me, all those poor people. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, that's right. And then also you're just winded, right? Because you're tired. So, like I said, I'm just trying to think of this as a blessing. So this is interesting. They had me put a rod here, and I think this is going to, or a barrel, and I think this is going to go in there. Let's take a look. Oh, not quite. Okay, this is interesting. All right, so remember those wrenches that were here? So they want to put these ads, bone ads here. So I think they go like this. That's kind of cool, actually. Very clever. Very, very clever. So this, like I said, these Ninjago sets have some of the coolest parts. So this is, I think that's what they want. I can't tell if they want the which way is the pointy end. Or maybe it's supposed to go sideways. Actually, I think it's supposed to go sideways like that. Okay. The Bone Daddy Mech, yes. Oh, Axel Plate's here. Hi, Axel. Guten Morgen, Frickanista. Greetings from the Netherlands. Guten Morgen. Wie geht's? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we were just talking about, I got COVID last week, and I ended up missing Brick Rodeo. But Glenn was at Brick Rodeo, and he got COVID from the convention. So, and I was joking. I said, "Well, you didn't get it from me because I wasn't there." But apparently, several people have reported getting it from that convention. So, yeah, I dodged it for 3 years, and it finally got me. But anyway, I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So I'm going, oh, because, okay, so if you just look at this is interesting because you have a 1x2 bracket on the end. You've got 1x2 with bar, and then you have this piece, which is the down bracket, the 1x4 down bracket with the 1x2 on the other side. So this is going to be interesting because it's got all of these snot pieces to connect to. Die Geist is German. Yes, I know. Sorry. Aber mir geht es gut. So how would you say how are you in is it Dutch? How would you say that? I know how to say mein Schoonmutter is auch in bed, which means my mother-in-law is also in bed. It's like this little bit of Dutch I learned from a tape. So anyway, we've got another set of something. Met, is it mais? Met mais got het good. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Mais, is it? Met mais got het good. Well, I always at least make an attempt, even if I'm woefully bad at pronunciations. So we're putting around on this right now. Oops, we're putting these ingot pieces with me going it well. Ah, and is it mais, met mais, or is it met mij? Met mij got het good, or is it met mij got het good? Okay, so we have more teeth pieces. These, I've used these when I've made those little mini dinosaurs, which I like doing. Yep, so Mech Bone Daddy is a good term for this. Mais. Okay, so I did it right the first time. Met mais got het gut. It's basically Y. Oh, okay. J is Y. Okay. Met my got het gut. Met my got. Is it goat? Goat. Het good. Like I said, I'll make my best attempt, even though I'm probably butchering it. Okay, this is cool. Here's that like the horn piece I was talking about earlier. So this is attached to this clip right here. So like that. You can see. Goat like gah with the T. Oh, got. Oh, it's a double A. It looked like, oh, it is a double A. I'm sorry. Met my got it good. Met my got it good. Okay, I'm trying. You've got some serious pronunciation skills, Briganista. Apparently not, because Axel's been telling me, no, it's not goat, it's got. Met my got het gut. met my got het gut. Anyway, this is being recorded, so if ever I need to go back and refer to it, I can. All right, so let's see. This now, where is this one going? Because this, oh, this is the, oh, this is the front piece. Okay, so here's where those two clips are. So this is actually, oh, okay, that is pretty clever. That is actually pretty cool. Here, I'll show you the side view. So those two 1x2 with the top clip, and then so it has kind of an open side to it for the mech. And here's, so this guy has his, I don't know if he can still carry those. Can he still carry those while he's in the mech? Maybe, if I put his arms up. Maybe if I do it that way. He's carrying those like ninja stars. Will he fit in there? Might have to take those off. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna have to remove those. Let's see, put those on the side. Okay, so that's kind of a cool way to make the mech. And that's kind of funny because that looks like a bow tie almost. Like a bow tie or little here's a bone bow for you. Little wrapping on there. Sounds good to me. Want to be polyglot. Oh, fast learner. Very well. That sounded really good. Oh, did it? Okay, good. I'll have to go back and say that again. It's like, is it met my got good? Very close. Very close. I know I'm trying. Let's see. Met my got het good. Met my got het good. Well, it would be nice to be a polyglot, but unfortunately, I'm the kind who can, if I spend a couple weeks learning a language, then right before I travel, I can kind of get around. And what's nice is that the people know I tried, especially when I forgot I have a Zoom feature on this. I forgot about that. Oh, look at that. See, I need to play around with this some more. That so when I was in Poland, for example, I didn't know a lot, but when I would speak, they were just like blown away. It's like one of my favorite phrases was "Nie teraz, może później," which is not now, maybe later. And they were like, "What? Look at that! I can zoom in and I can focus." Okay, I'm enjoying this now. I forgot I had this really cool DSLR. Okay. Anyway, it's all Greek to me. Want to be Gott in Himmel. What is that, Glenn? As it's I'm not in. Rare in German context. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Interesting. Gott in Himmel. You got to say it right. Like Gott in Himmel. So I think that's part of it too, is if you can make it sound like you know what you're talking about, then you can be convincing. Though a native speaker would just like shake their head and just say, "What?" Okay, so this is kind of cool. Is that this is how this piece is being secured, and then they're putting in a 2x2 with a hole in the middle. So you can see there's going to be an axle or something going to go through that. What is it? How are they connecting it? Oh, they're putting in a red axle in there. And I guess, does it go all the way through? I guess it goes all the way through. And, oh, okay. This is really clever. So this clip that's here is attaching to this on top. So he's got shade, but there's not a lot of room, but he's got a little bit of shade while he's in his mech, because he can get sunburned being a skeleton character and all. That's actually kind of cool. All right, so let's see what else we got going on. Oh, interesting. So it looks like you can either attach it here, so he's got his little personal sunshade, or even better is that you can attach it to this clip, and then it's almost like a shield. So when he's in battle, he's like shielding himself. Right, it needs to be shouted. Like I said, Gott in Himmel! Gott in Himmel! Oh, gosh. Too funny. Laugh out loud. K-I-N. Glenn. Uh-oh. Ik kan ook wenloos schrijven, maar dat is heel moeilijk. I have no idea what that means. I'm not going through anything. Ik kan ook wenloos schrijven, maar dat in hik, or I'm not, more, oh, maar dat is heel moeilijk. I'm just having fun saying it, or attempting to. And I am not red. It's like a parasol. Yeah, it is like a parasol. And a shield. It's a parasol and a shield. It's a floor topping and a No, it's a floor wax and a dessert topping. For those of you who are familiar with, I think it was, what was that, George, who was that? It was a comedian who used to say that. Showing my age, but I can't remember his name. George Carlin, that's it. So here we got some interesting Technic pieces going down. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, I see. All right. So remember, this is a Technic, like, crossbar, which has got an axle going through it and axles on both sides, and you can attach these pieces here. And this is a pretty fierce looking weapon. I think that's the right one. Is that the right one, or is it this one? That's the same thing. Okay. Oh, interesting. So you make two of these. Oh, wow. This is pretty dope. This is pretty dope, yo. All right, so let's do this again. We've got a cone and this. Here, let's see, I get to zoom in now. I get to zoom in and focus. Look at that. All right, and that goes, I think, in here. We've got this, and then we've got this piece. And then one of these and one of these. So now we have two of these. Oops, got to be in the frame. So you have two of these now, and then they want this together on the mech's hand so that the mech. Okay. Oh, remember that bar I put here earlier? So this is going here, and they want this one going the other way, like that. Wow. That's actually pretty impressive. That's a pretty big weapon and a shield. So yeah, Bone Daddy Mech. I agree. That's a good name for this one. All right. So it looks like in the end they wanted this as a hat up here. All right. So we've got this mech. And see, once again, what's cool about these instructions is look at this cartoon that they've included. I don't think I've seen any of the other manuals that have this really cool cartoon to it too. So you can see them fighting. I can't also write Venlos, but that is really hard. Venlos is my city's dialect. Oh wow. Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to get me to say things in your dialect too. All right, so now the last part of this is we're going to be adding some bling to the green one. So we're going to be adding some more detail up here. But these cartoons are really nice. I mean, this animated drawings, it's like, wow, that's pretty amazing. Okay, so let's open up bag number 3. So I think I like this setup. I think this is a nice setup. And like I said, now I know how to zoom out and zoom in too. That gives us some other options too. Okay, so we don't have too many more pieces to go. We should be wrapping things up pretty quickly. Oh, look at this, another printed tile, which is nice. Another printed, zoom in on that. That's really nice. Like I said, Ninjago has some pretty cool pieces to it. Okay, so let's see what they're having us do. So interesting, trans green and cones. Trans green and another cone. So I'll zoom in a little bit. So we're doing this. And now we're putting the green mech back. Let's put the Bone Daddy mech over here and bring this person back. And they want this on the back. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it looks like these, it's almost like thrusters, maybe? What are these? Here it's like, yeah, so they're adding like this thruster thing to it. Not sure exactly what that is. I'm just going to call it like a thruster. Okay, so that's step one for the bling out. Oh, interesting. Look at this piece here. It's like that earlier slope piece, but it has snot pieces on the side too. So this is going to go along this area here. Yep. Okay, wow. Wow, that's really nice. That's a really cool piece. Okay, they want some ingots up top. So this is like more detail work that we're doing for Lloyd. Because Lloyd has the gold. That's a great building camera angle. Thank you. New camera stand or just set up differently? It's actually, I'm using my DSLR camera. Last time I did do the same thing, but it wasn't angled. It was just on a side view. So PT had suggested I try to raise it up a little bit. So yeah, I like this too. Because I was using the top-down camera before, and then it was always the bar was in my face. So I'm trying this a little different. Now, this is supposed to have a, there it is. Okay, so we have another printed piece. Let's see what we got here. So we have this really cool, I like the fact now that I figured out I can zoom, that we have this printed piece too, which is nice. Like I said, Ninjago has some really cool pieces. All right, so this is going to go in the front. I think, I don't know if there's a specific direction, but we'll put it there. So you can see now he's been branded. It's right there in the front. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I was trying to get this to autofocus, but it wasn't working, so I put it on the manual focus. No, don't tempt me with the printed tiles. Ah! There's always Bricklink. True that, Glenn. Yeah, thank you for the feedback on the camera angle. And the other thing that's new is that StreamYard allows me to have these custom layouts, because normally I would have been doing it like this in this mode. But by creating this custom layout, I can make it bigger. So I like this new setup. I think it's working out really well. So thank you for that feedback. Now this is cool. We've got these pieces as well, and we got to do 2 of these. So we're creating another, looks like a shield piece of some sort. And I just got to get used to building for a side camera instead of a top camera, but I do like this. I think we will, and I might need to light this up a little bit better too. But all right, where are these going? These are going up top. Oh, okay. So these side clips that were from earlier, that goes there. Wow, he's looking really blinged out. All right, so now, interesting, we have another weapon. Look at these pieces. Look at these long swords with also these like stud connections or pin connections right there. All right, so what do they want us to do? Okay, Technic. And it looks like, see, it's got an axle on the end. So they want us to attach this and this. Okay, so now we've got this. And okay, that was easy. And it looks like this is where it would attach to the clip on this side. So we're replacing now this little tiny, that's not a knife. This is a knife. Name that movie. Yeah, we have these little movie tropes. Wow. But yet, we're not done yet. What is this? Okay, so they're having me put 2 of these 2x2s and then an axle. Okay, I guess it's a pinned axle piece. And where is this going to go? Okay, they want this on the back, I think up here. Huh, okay. But wait, there's more. Oh, PT's here. Paul Hogan. Oh, did he die? I didn't know he died. I'm sorry about that. R.I.P. And PT's here. Dundee Mech. Yes, it is a Dundee Mech. You call that a knife? This is a knife. Aloha, PT. Ahoy, hoy, PT. Yes, everybody's saying hello to everybody there. Hey, Glenn. Oh, did you hear that Glenn got COVID too? And he got it from Brick Rodeo. So, and I said, you didn't get it from me. Oh, okay. So here's that pin, right? So you could use the knife here, or not only is it a floor wax, it's a dessert topping. It can also be put here like this. Wow. That's pretty insane. That is pretty insane. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So PT, I took your advice and I moved my camera angle up a little bit. And so I'm using this. And then I also set up StreamYard so that it would have this new setup where I have a little photo of me in the upper left. And then we have the build space here. Enough for a vid victim, PT. Yes. See? Even your inflection of Crocodile Dundee is great. Thank you. And once again, the other cool thing is look at these cartoons that are in the manuals. I mean, this is, I'm pretty sure I have not seen this much detail as far as cartoons go. I mean, even they have some background here for some of these other things. Okay, so we're still not quite done yet. We're almost there because, as I mentioned, these printed tiles are pretty cool. So here's another printed tile that we're going to be working with. It looks like it's a flag or a sigil. All right, so we are going to use this. And so, yeah, so I have my DSLR camera now on the side facing downward. So then that way I can show the camera and then I can zoom in and even do some close-ups this way and focus in some more on that flag. And apparently this flag is going to attach to this wrench piece. Man, all the attention to these details here. Now this is going to go up here for Lloyd's character. I mean, this is one decked out mech. I mean, look at that. That's pretty dope. That is probably the most fun I've had building a mech. And I've built a lot of mechs on this stream. Sweet. Yes, bam, pow, sing. Exactly. You're right. If you can't get me with the printed tiles, the cartoons might. You can bricklink building instructions too. Yeah, you can actually get the building instructions for free. You can download them from the Lego site. Okay, so I think, yep, and here's once again this little cartoon. I mean, that is so nice. You know, look at the detail on the cartoon. So I have not built a mech where it had this much detail of, you know, just kind of seeing the characters in action. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So we have the Lloyd mech, and oh, wait a minute, I'm missing a piece. Something fell off. Hold up. I think it came off of this one. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Unless, did I have a spare? Oh no, must be this one. Must be here. All right, must be here. Let's see, maybe it goes this way. You know, these studs are showing, so it can't be this. Hold up. Let's see. All right, there we go. That makes more sense. All right. Okay, there we go. So we have the bone mech, and this has a very clever design for how the character goes in there. I think this has glow-in-the-dark hands. I can't tell because I don't have a black light, but it looks like it. This parasol thing can be removed and used as a shield, as a double, as another option. I thought that was very clever, the building technique there. And look at these weapons. I mean, these weapons are pretty amazing. And I mean, just loads of fun. Lots of fun here. All these bone pieces, too. I was mentioning at the top of the hour about how you get a bag of bone pieces, and I'm not sure what these will be used for in the future, but I just remember seeing these, and I really wanted to get these. So there's some sort of mock in my future using those pieces. And but anyway, yeah. So 2 mechs, $18.59 from Target. And like I said, it's got some pretty interesting pieces for both. And just, I don't know, it just seems to me that Ninjago is just a really good deal for the money, for the price point. And as far as extra pieces, don't have a lot. We have, you know, a couple swords, which are spares. We have a translucent green stud, 2 Apollo studs, one in red, one in dark green, a cheese slope, and we have the extra hair piece that was on that black piece. But wait, it slices and dices, and there's more. Right. Act now. Yes. Now you can have to get the other mechs, so you can recreate the cartoon. No, you get both mechs in the same set. That's the thing, is that all the cartoons have to do with both of these mechs. Oh, Hooded One's here. Hey, Hooded One. Oh, wait. Let me see if I can pronounce this right, because Hooded One also is from the Netherlands. I've been practicing my pronunciation, but let me get it in front of me so that I say it right. Okay, it is it. Met my Gott het gut. Met my Gott het gut. Anyway, thanks to Axel Plate who gave me that. It's Sledge-O-Matic. That's right. Hide the watermelon. Sweet. Yeah, this set, you get 2 mechs, you get a lot of gold pieces. I mean, this mech alone has a ton of gold pieces. This mech is really cool with the bone pieces that are in here, plus the minifig looks like it has glow in the dark hands and I think a glow in the dark face. Plus it has a pretty cool technique with this hat / shield. And you get all these bone pieces in a bag too that comes with this. There's just a lot of really cool pieces in here. And the printed tiles. There's a couple different printed tiles. There's the flag that's here. There's the printed 2x2 disc. There's also the printed on Lloyd. You've got these shield pieces that are printed as well. Well, crud, my wife tested negative yesterday, but has now tested positive. Guess it hasn't incubated. Oh, bummer. I'm sorry. Was she at the convention too, or did you bring it back to her? Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Well, at least you can help each other out, which is nice. Because that was one thing when I tested positive. As some of you know, I moved down to the Portland area because I have better support here as far as friends and things. And my friend Marianne, who introduced me to corgis, she immediately said, "Do you need help? Do you want me to take, Kesara for a couple days and walk her for you?" And I said, no, I'm good. I can do that. I have to go up a flight of stairs every day too, 19 steps. So I was a little winded doing that, but other than that, it's been good. So like I said, we are trying out a new camera angle, which people seem to like. And I just discovered my DSLR also lets me zoom, which is cool. And I've got, the focus feature as well. And then I'm also trying out this new layout because normally I would have done it this way in the past or like this. And you would not have gotten as much of the view. So I think just the combination of changes has really, really worked out great. So you denied someone the pleasure of walking a dog. She has lots of dogs. She has, 3 cats and 4 dogs? Or 3 dogs and 4 cats, something like that. She's got quite the menagerie of pets. So, no, she was just offering, to help me out, which is really sweet. Really sweet of her. So everybody, thank you again for hanging out with me. We made 2 amazing mechs. This is the Lloyd mech, the Mech Battle EVO set. And like I said, I bought this set primarily because I wanted to see those printed tiles. And I thought all the bone pieces on here, especially these ninja stars as bones, would be kind of fun to incorporate in a later time. So, and a multi-species household, exactly, just like PT. PT has cats and dogs, or 1 dog and 1 cat, or something like that. And then mahalo nui for the fantastic time. Happy, healthy Hawaiian hugs. Thank you so much. It was so great to see you, Vicarious Brickstress. Thank you, and thank you, PT, Axel, and Glenn. Also, we had Hooded One stop by. We also had minifigure collector Robbie was here too, and Brick Jedi, Spot the Magic Ninja, everybody who's been kind of hanging out today. It was really great to see you all. Thank you for keeping me company, especially with my cold. I will say that I am going to be streaming tomorrow. As many of you know, that I have been keeping this schedule, which has been a lot of fun. In fact, let me see if I can pull this up. I think I need to change this a little bit, but let's see what happens. So here's my schedule. So we have Thursday. I wonder if I could rearrange this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we have Thursday. We have Thrifty Thursday at 8 o'clock. Friday, tomorrow, I'll be having another Lego Masters New Zealand Season 2 review. PT is going to be out of town, so I have another streamer who's going to be joining us. His name is Whippy Whipster from Twitch, who's also a Kiwi. He'll be there. I'll likely open Pandy's Play Space too Friday night. So if you are interested in that, that's for members only. We just kind of hang out on a Zoom call and chat. And then Sunday, maybe mock improv. Originally, it was going to be the Daily Bugle builds because there's 4 of us who have bought the set, but we haven't built it yet. But one of us had a conflict, so we're moving that. So it may be mock improv this Sunday. And then, like I said, an occasional ad hoc Sunday build. I may do that, not this Sunday, but next Sunday when I'm working on the Daily Bugle. And as you can see, supposed to be in Brick Rodeo in July. But I am working on this special event for August, and it's still TBD at the moment, but that is the plan. So anyway, thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. It's really great just being back again with everybody. So really supportive. Everybody has been really great, especially with everything that's been going on with COVID this week. I just really appreciate all the nice comments and everything. In the cartoon, the bone mech is saying, "I am going to scrap you." Oh, okay. I don't remember that, so I just saw that comment now, so I just wanted to recognize that. Oh my gosh, Juan's here. Hey, Yin Yang 847. I was just getting ready to close the stream down, and how's it going? I'm recovering from COVID. I just got it last week. I was supposed to be at Brick Rodeo, which is why I didn't stream last week. So I was recovering last week, but I'm back to my regular schedule. Thursdays at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow will be 5 o'clock, and I'll have Whippy Whipster as a co-host. We're going to be doing Lego Masters New Zealand episode 6 from season 2. And then Sunday at 1 o'clock, maybe mock improv. I'm still trying to figure out all the details for that. I hope you're feeling much better. I am feeling much better. I'm definitely better than a week ago Wednesday. So a week ago Wednesday, I was supposed to get on a plane. There was no way that was going to happen. And it was really actually kind of nice that I found out before I went, because if I was like kind of on the edge and then I got there and I was feeling sick during a convention, that's just no fun. And apparently other people got it at Brick Rodeo anyway. So it just wasn't from me. But once again, thank you, everybody. You guys have been great. And as I mentioned, I'll be on tomorrow. And make sure that you are listening to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Please like and subscribe to the stream. Tell your friends. I'm up to 381 subscribers now, and I'm trying to get to 500. So I only have 18 or 19 to go. So really appreciate you telling your friends. Would be great. And I am also going to be on Rumble. I forgot to set it up for the live today, but I will upload this later. And you're listening to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. Send me snail mail if you like. P.O. Box 87232, Vancouver, Washington 98687. So thank you, everybody. You guys have been great, and it's good to be back. I know I'm a little winded, but it just feels good laughing and hanging out with you and checking out these cool mechs. I mean, these were just so much fun to build, and they have some amazing parts, so check it out. It's a lot of fun to look at some of these smaller sets because, you know, you often find some really cool things. Take care, everybody. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, thank you, and may the clutch be with you. Good night, everyone.